Hey guys, how are you? Hope you guys are having a great week. I'm Shar the Star, and again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I'm not going to keep you long, and this is going to be one of those videos. It's an allegedly. Everything on this video is allegedly, okay? Because we're going to start this off right. Now, I've been getting some comments from you guys about stories that you want to talk about or certain types of stories that you're interested in. I'm listening. I'm here to give it to you. Normally we have our regular things and the regular events that's going on in the world that we need to talk about sometimes, like this election that's coming in 3 weeks, people, 3 weeks. So we need to really get on that. But today, we're just going to get into some little stories. I want to do some content and I want to see how you guys are doing. So we're going to move right along. Okay, so allegedly, okay, now we're going to start off with this correctly, allegedly. Okay, now, so some people may have heard already that Jamie Foxx has a new comedy special coming out on Netflix. And from the previews of it and some people that have seen parts of it, Jamie's alleging that Diddy drugged him. And that, but whatever he drugged him with is what made him have a stroke when he was having the issues and the health issues and in the hospital when no one really knew what was going on. Now, I'm going to be honest and real with you. I did hear that back when Jamie was going through that, but I didn't take it too serious, like, girl, because I'm like, what could he have actually done to him to make him have a stroke or whatever? And now, knowing, well, allegedly hearing all of the things that Diddy is involved with, the baby oil and drugging this and drugging that and this, that, and the third, everything's possible. And you're talking about a multi-millionaire. So, I mean, he can get a lot of things done, I'm sure. So how true this is, I don't know, but this is Jamie. This is what Jamie's saying. And maybe the truth will come out because, comedians have a way of playing with words and doing different things. And we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if it'll be that easy because I don't know. We'll see. We know how these comedians can be again. But again, I do know that he has a new comedy, like I said, a new comedy special on Netflix. It's called What Had Really Happened Was. Okay. So maybe he's going to enlighten us and tell us some stuff. We'll wait and see what Jamie got to say, Moving right along, we're going to move on to, I'm sure some people that watch me are of a certain age and whatever. Most people remember this beautiful woman, Anada Lewis. She was she was a MTV VJ, back in the day, not just DJ, video J, so VJ. And then she hosted Teen Summit. Now, some of us remember Teen Summit because it was a while. The new group, maybe not so much, but again, she was a natural beauty, as you can see her now. So imagine her 20 years ago. I mean, she's a beauty now, and how can I say? I've never heard of Ananda really being involved in anything and really, no troubles. Put it that way. She wasn't problematic. That's more of a better way. No diva antics that I know of. But moving right along, she's stating that she was diagnosed with breast cancer back in 2018, and at that time, the doctor suggested to her to get a double mastectomy, and she decided not to. She decided to go more of the holistic, more natural approach. And for some people, I mean, listen, you can't tell people what to do with their bodies. And okay, because I want to be fair, because what she's even saying is she thought that she can do it holistically and natural and using herbs and different things. And it worked for her for a very short time, meaning months, but it never shrunk the cancer. It never did anything to it. It just allowed her to feel better on a day-to-day basis, pretty much. And she's regretting that from what I'm seeing. She wish she would have done it because right now she's stage 4. Now she was doing a roundtable with a roundtable discussion and for CNN's Stephanie Alama and Sarah Sidner, and I think they both have had cancer. And one of them, her doctor, suggested that she get a double mastectomy, and she did it. And now she's good. So, like I said, what works for some doesn't work for everyone. We're going to continue to pray for her, and hopefully, this will reach out to someone, because sometimes we need doctors. That's why they're here. We need doctors. We can't think that they're the enemy and that they're always trying to go against us for whatever reason that is. But we need to be clear and state that we need help. And sometimes the holistic thing, it all depends on how you are. But to each his own. Let's continue to pray for Anada Lewis. And we're going to move on to the Central Park Five. Now, I'm sure plenty of us remember the Central Park Five, the case of the woman being essayed in Central Park back in 1989. I was a teenager at that time, so I clearly remember, the story. And but they're now suing Donald Trump because they were exonerated. Of course, most of us know, if not everyone, they were exonerated and paid some money for the years that they served in prison for something that they didn't do. And they've always said they didn't do it, and that they were coerced into making statements and things like that. And Donald Trump last week says at one of his gatherings, that's what I'll call it, I'll be nice, that the Central Park Five pleaded guilty, which they never did. They that was part of the whole thing. They all stated that they were innocent, and that they unalived someone, so that they all said that they were guilty and they unalived. First of all, the victim in that case was not unalived. That's first off. But second off, they had nothing to do with it, as we find out so many years later, and that someone else acknowledged that they had committed that particular crime, and DNA is what helped, but their DNA wasn't there. So this person's DNA was there. So thank God for that. But, this orange man has been getting away with saying and doing pretty much anything. He lies at a drop of a hat. He lies because it's Tuesday. I mean, see, I just lied. Today is Wednesday. And he just says it. I wonder, it has to be a terror to have to watch after him, and because he says anything, he does anything, he just lies just because he wants to, and it tells these stories, just makes up. Listen, we got 3 weeks left, people. 3 weeks left, because this man, we need to get it together real quick and show them what we made of, and show them the power that we actually have. You know what I mean? Because it's important and it's needed. And everyone that messes with the Donald seems to be brought down one way or another, because now we're going to, okay, I'll call him the Penguin. I don't know. It's like this man has begun to look like, the Penguin from Batman, especially from the newer movies. And it's like this man just, when he started to deal with this man, and was dying to become his attorney. Now look at you. Now, the defamation case that he lost for the 2 Georgian election workers, that he defamed them. I think their judgment was like $150 million. Now, listen, Rudy Giuliani ain't got no $150 million, but the thing is mainly to teach you a lesson and to know that you're not above the law. So I agree with someone that I watch. I love him, Funky Deneva, and he stated also they may get $2 or $3 million from him. They make him sell his apartment, and he'll have a couple of antique watches that they'll get some control over, and then out of all of it, And if the man is pretty up in age. So I mean, it's not like he's about to go out and get another job or anything like that. Okay. So I don't know. And I don't know anybody that's going to pay him for any speaking fees. And, I think those days are done. I think those days are pretty much over with. But now, as of today, the judge states that Rudy Giuliani has 7 days to surrender his Manhattan penthouse. They're selling everything. They want the Manhattan penthouse. I think it's a vehicle. Like I said, some little trinket, whatever they find of value. And so let's see how that works. I mean, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I see that. So, I mean, some things are turning around. Because Rudy Giuliani, nevertheless, we're going to continue to pray for these people. And again, when we think of Donald Trump, we just think of just all the in my group growing up, they used to be knots. He's just a knot. And that's what he is. He's a knot. What I will say is, I think that to get involved with Donald Trump at this point, it shows the real hatred that you're about and what you're really about. Because at this point, even people that were for him a few years ago, they don't mess with him. They'll mess with him. His own people turning on him, but not Elon Musk. Now, Elon Musk, now these men think that you can just bribe the voters. No matter how much money you got, you can just bribe the voters. Sir, it's illegal. You can't pay people for their votes. You can't pay people and tell them who to, like, it's weird. So he feels that if he turns it and says a giveaway, but yet it's a giveaway, but yet you have to do certain steps, to be eligible for this giveaway. And one of the requirements, I believe, is to vote for the orange man. So, but let's see real quick.
Offers to give away $1 million to registered voters in swing states, completely against the law.
Mm-hmm.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't know what we are pontificating about, wondering, questioning. I will provide the update. All right. Here it is.
I guess this receiver is kind of far away from the stage.
Now look at this, people. Seriously, we can't possibly think, and this is what they think they can do. This is out. They're not hiding this. This is out. You know how you listen to radio shows or whatever it is. Maybe it's your favorite follower and he's doing a giveaway. And the giveaway is you have to follow him, you have to share his videos, and there's steps to get to this giveaway, to be eligible. And to be eligible, it's for you to vote for him in the swing states where he's going to have issues and problems. And they think that they can just do it and it's fine and get away with it. Like the doctor just said, Dr. Rashid Ritchie, what are we even talking about? This is illegal. Why are we even allowing this to even go any further? But again, when you're dealing with Elon Musk and you're dealing with Donald Trump and you're dealing with Rudy Giuliani, there's no telling what rabbit they'll try to pull out their hat. But I know one thing, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Okay, trust. So we're going to move on a little. Well, you know what? Might be good for quite a few of us. Now, I know there's some people eat healthier now, and we're not doing the McDonalds and the Burger Kings. And actually, it might have saved some lives. It might be a good thing. I don't know. But what I will say is McDonald's One person unalived and 49 sick. 49 sick altogether, one unalive, and 10 are in the hospital. The E. coli outbreak in 10 different states, and they're linked to McDonald's quarter pounder. Okay, again, 49 people total, one unalived, and 10 hospitalized. And they're all linked to McDonald's quarter pounder. So now McDonald's is running around crazy trying to fix the situation, because what they all have in common is right before whatever happened to them, they had been at McDonald's and had a quarter pounder. So apparently something's going on. So I don't know, for all you, they said 10 states, and, who knows, to be honest, but what I will say is we have to be careful. We have to be vigilant. I think people are eating healthier nowadays. I do think that we all eat fast food, or I know I do. I'm going to speak for myself. Every now and again, like McDonald's has this chicken Big Mac now. And I've been wanting to try it for the past week or two, but every time I go to, and I was like, I'll do something at home. But I do want it. But I also think it's novelty, because I have always personally thought the Big Mac was too much of a burger to eat. You're talking about 2 patties and all special sauce. And what's a special sauce? I mean, it looks like Thousand Island dressing with some ketchup in it and maybe a little relish. I don't know, but really, what is it? So, I mean, after all these years, the secret should be out by this time. It shouldn't still be a secret sauce after 50 years. Come on. We should know, and you should have moved on to something else. Because I know if you've been putting it on our burgers for 50 years, if 50 years ago you were putting it, I know it ain't healthy for us to eat it now. Right? Well, nevertheless, I just want to again thank you guys. And also, I wanted to give you a cancer fact, since it's Cancer Awareness Month. And do you know that I found out that only 10% of cancers are genetic? Because we often think, well, my dad had cancer, my mom had cancer, but you don't take into consideration your dad had lung cancer because he smoked whatever he was smoking, cigars and pipes and cigarettes, and that's what that. And then your mom may have breast cancer, and you say, well, breast cancer runs in, the family, and all the cancers that's out there, just keep this in mind, only 10% of those cancers are genetic. So and what I was thinking when I was talking about it was, it's always someone that's the first. It's always the first in the family. I mean, even if you have had 5 aunties to die of breast cancer, there was always that first one. Before that first one, it wasn't any that you knew of. So listen, be vigilant, women and men, take care of yourselves. And again, we have 3 weeks before we need to vote. And we need to pray. Okay, because like I said, we made this mistake once before. Let's not do it again with the Donald. We need someone that cares, that cares, that even uses 5% of their brain. People, listen, enjoy your day. Enjoy the remainder of the week. And remember, be intentional. Speak to you soon. Shorter Star.